Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one right here is for Agatha, All Alone, Season 1, Episode number 4. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, man. It's about the hocus pocus. Let's go.
One comment from the last episode from executive producer Jeremy, who says, I thought this was a very good episode. I like the idea of trials for each one of them. I think that can work very well. I feel bad for Sharon. She already got tricked into coming here, and now she seems to be dead. They gave her the cure as a timer, was hitting 0, which I guess wasn't fast enough. I mentioned in the other episode that there were a couple of guesses of who Team could be, and now you're right there with the guesses. He could be Agatha's son or Wanda's. Yeah, I feel like that's the obvious, go-to guesses.
Yeah.
I like the actor who plays Tween I don't know why I said it that way, Teen quite a bit. He's great in the role. The whole cast is doing great, actually. Great reaction. I look forward to the next one. I'm curious, Jeremy, I think I mentioned this in last episode too, but have you seen Heartstopper? Because if you haven't, I feel like you would really enjoy it. Plus, he's one of the main characters in that. He's Charlie.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into the next episode right now.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You didn't think you would win, though.
What does that mean?
I think he's being really quiet.
Be respectful. For all we know, her mother died on the road, too.
My mom did die on the road.
See?
We don't know that for sure. She could still be out here.
She died on tour. Hotel fire.
So, if you're not trying to find her out here, why did you come with us?
She said the road would save me.
From what?
R.I.P. Mrs. Hart.
Well, shall we?
She's so fabulous.
Okay. So,
What's the problem now?
a woman is dead, Agatha.
Yes, and Alice and Teen are kindly digging a grave for her. So they'll catch up when they can. Vamos! Mrs. Hart was a bad draft pick. Okay. Of course the road killed her. More power for the rest of us.
Setting aside your staggering callousness, we still have the issue of our incomplete code.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, now I know the confusion. We needed the whole gang to access the road. But after that, it's anybody's game. It's like the ballad says, burn and brew with coven two, and glory shall be thine.
The ballad clearly says, with coven true, glory shall be thine.
Does it? It's coven two.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does if you're a student of the ballad.
Her mother recorded the most popular version of the ballad, so maybe we ask Alice.
Okay.
How many witches left the road with you last time?
Just me.
Well, whatever. We still need a green witch. We would not have survived the last trial without my expertise.
Very true.
Not all of us did.
Well, where were you when Mrs. Hart needed protecting?
According to my count, Mrs. Hart drank 2 glasses of the poisoned wine. How many doses of the antidote did she get? Potions, witch. This is your fault.
Okay.
Or
Well,
she should have gotten
everybody's
2 doses.
We were supposed to look out for each other, but we didn't. That was our fatal mistake.
It was fatal for Mrs. Hart. Oh.
I wish we could go home.
We can't. We can't go back. And we shouldn't go forward. Not without a replacement Green Witch.
People can't be replaced.
Can't they?
What if we summon a backup Green Witch?
Now they're gonna have to
To
call
the
girl.
road?
There is
could go wrong.
So much has already gone wrong. I mean, aren't we all covenless witches? And by extension, we're rule breakers? Right?
I guess we just have to be careful. And specific, but mostly careful.
Yes. Well said.
Anybody got a spell book?
Ah.
Of course I get it.
Advocamus sororem viridem. Supra. Infra. Intra. Extra.
May she be strong and wise, and the best at her craft.
May she be smart and not annoying.
That's your question.
Also
That's
not super good.
and also not super political vein. She just added.
Pleasant looking?
Pleasant looking? That's none of this is helpful.
Can she bring some Advil?
Esse viridis non est facile.
With this group.
Is he okay?
We've all got an extra nipple.
You guys don't have extra nipples? I'm covered in nipples. You want to see?
No, thank you.
You guys don't have extra nipples? I'm covered.
A sigil works on the witch you cast it as well. That's why we don't use them as much. They're super irritating.
Can it be lifted?
Sigils are destroyed, not lifted. And before you ask how, in that curious little voice of yours, the answer is when they're no longer needed. You don't have to know a person's name to know who they are.
Careful you don't say something nice to me.
No, I won't.
He's so Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
But with more confidence.
Yeah.
Agatha. What really happened to your son?
How dare you ask me
Heal
something
fast.
like that.
We're not staying here long.
Right. Because I gave his ass away for the book. Yeah, quickly she turned back. Don't ask me no personal
What is
shit
that?
like that.
Vampire bite. Right before I knocked out his other two.
Oh.
You know, we really kind of hated each other in the
See, I
beginning.
like how they said
No.
vampire. You know? Because that subtly introduces vampires
But now-
into the...
Huh?
Lilia! Where do you go?
Yeah, because they about to do her house or something. We're all chilling.
How is he?
Mouthy.
That's a good sign.
Agatha, why don't you
Mouthy.
show us your battle scars?
Oh. Knitting needle to the elbow.
Ugh.
You ever hear the Daughters of Liberty?
Uh-uh.
No.
Exactly.
I left for it. I killed all of them. Oh, man, no.
I've got a scar.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Hmm.
A long time ago, I loved someone. And I had to do something that I did not want to do, even though it was my job. And it hurt them.
That's it?
Do they used
She
to
is
be...
my scar.
She is my scar.
Y'all talking about y'all or?
They used to be boo cakes.
Yeah.
I want to stretch my legs.
I just sat back down, but I gotta get back up. All y'all trying to do personal shit.
Don't think for a second I've forgotten what you said in the sound buzz.
I'm very great witch. Yeah, don't forget, she got all her witch powers. Well, she's got none y'all motherfuckers.
Agatha? That boy isn't yours.
Yeah, you ask me some personal shit like that.
No, she's telling her matter of factly.
You know. Episode 4 of Agatha, another great episode, man. They very stylized, like they went back to the 70s. Everybody looked fantastic in there. They came through with the biggest, boldest killer ballot that you can have on there. Of course, we got a couple other reveals in there that, you know, the boy ain't hers.
Well,
possibly.
Correct.
But yeah, the sigil can only be destroyed if it's no longer needed. So obviously, at some point throughout the show, it's gonna not be needed, and he gonna say his own name, and we'll know who that might be. And so, yes, they did mention the word vampires, like Babe said, talking to Ghost. So that's Ghost could probably be like, I don't know, Ghost Rider, things of that nature, right? That's in Marvel. So yeah, the witches will become a good conduit for the supernatural part of the Marvel Universe, which we'll need on there. And so they dropping a lot of bombs in there about that. So I thought it was another great episode, man. I think everybody is playing their part spectacular on there. So now, next episode obviously has to be Lily's episode, and we'll see what that hubbub is all about. And then we move on to the rest of the whole show to see what we can get to the getting is good. Let's go.
Yeah, so I love the subtlety of showing your scars and that being a vampire bite. I thought that was super smart. And again, it doesn't need to be something over the top. I think that makes perfect sense as far as an introduction. And then it's like, okay, it's just been said, vampires exist, which is really cool. I mean, we did see, you know, the reveal too at the end of the Eternals, I think it was, where it was Morpheus's, or whatever that other movie was that they made. But anyways, the point is, the way they handled this was very subtle and very, like, on point, and I appreciate that. And I'm glad they're utilizing the season, even if it doesn't tie into a bigger picture, so to speak, this series as a whole. They're still doing a great job of setting up different pieces that can come in later on for Marvel. So I thought that made me excited. So I thought that was really smart. Additionally, I absolutely love the fact now that we have this like staple as far as the house marks the new trial. I didn't know if it was going to be a new house every time or if it's going to be like a different location. So the house is the thing, but when you go through the doors, it sets up what the trial is. You're going to get the outfit changes, which is really fun and interesting. And then, yes, each person's going to be conflicted with a trial that is representative of something that they're struggling with. So I love the fact that it was the curse. I think it was brilliant, too, that she thought she had this birthmark the whole time, but that was her generational curse.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it was represented by the talons of them, like, sitting on the shoulder. Kind of reminded me of that movie Shudder, where he's carrying the weight of the ghost on his shoulder the whole time. He doesn't realize that it's happening. So all of that worked really well. I like I love the Witch's Ballad song. I think it's freaking fire. I need to download it. Like, I genuinely would play it. It gives me goosies. So I thought that was really great, too. So all that played out really well. And, excuse me, having Rio introduce this episode, I think she's fucking fantastic. She and Agatha's chemistry is really, really good too. But just as a standalone character, in the same way I love Agatha, I love Rio. She's just dynamic and charismatic and creepy and a complete psycho, and I'm here for all of it. I love it so much. And there's a little bit of hinting towards her playing a role in Agatha's son maybe disappearing, and the fact that she could say immediately that that's not her son, I think is interesting. So we'll have to see how that's all revealed as well, what role she had to play in that. And her saying that Agatha is her scar, I'm curious exactly what that means though. Like, is it because she hurt Agatha, or did Agatha hurt her in turn she had to do something? I don't know the full scope of it, but it's very intriguing and very interesting. And obviously still intrigued as far as who Teen really is, and can't wait to find that out. But I thought, yet again, another solid episode. I'm having a blast with this season. I think it's super fun. I don't have a lot to criticize, so I'm enjoying it and can't wait for the next episode.
Alright, well look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Agatha, Season 1, Episode number 4. And until next time.